Hello and welcome. Today's date comes in that of Thursday, the 21st day of May 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades of the like. That's within each's own risk and their own reward. For myself, risk reward management is always job number one. I guess one job I can do today is try to figure out what the price of silver is. Okay, 17.27, ever changing, except the weekends. And I got S1 or SI explanation point one, which means silver futures markets, 1771. Okay, what's the differential, like 40 plus cents? 17 represents 1%. That's over 2% of a differential. It's almost like a backwardation, or maybe is, type deal. Situation where people are, it's almost like a panic to get into silver, or it's a bullish thing. And I think it is within it. So that's two prices. I can come up with four, and for the most part, four. Because again, they're all changing. $24.03 is the price in Canadian dollars. And after we're done technical analysis, I'm going to head over to APMEX and we'll take a look at what the prices actually buy it at. And you're not going to get it anywhere near $17.26 US per ounce. I recently just bought silver for 300 Canadian, which, let me go back to the price. Price 24 Canadian, which is what, 6 plus, and that would be a differential of like 240, 40. That's like 25%. And I thought I was getting a fantastic deal. If anything, maybe the premiums are slightly lower but they've been insane for quite some time. Again, we'll get to that in a little bit. Daily chart. The Fibonacci retracement represents this low to this high. I don't want this number anymore, or this line anymore. It's not really needed. Now I see the 38 and 61. So good breakout as it broke above it on May 14th, and a significant move, and the size of the leg higher is above expected, above average, whichever word you want to do that, but I think only a little bit above. If it was just to go up to like 1640, that's like too small. I mean, just right would have been maybe somewhere around like 17, so it goes an extra dollar, or almost, not quite. Actually, it did go to, well, on this one, no. The futures one, we'll get to that in a bit. We do the longer term analysis. Yes, that one did get to 18 yesterday. But as it goes, at some point, I mean, it's well extended. 18 average is well below it, or price actions well higher than it. And is there? I mean, there's oftentimes you just get a big red candle when you're in situations like this and come right back down. So if you ever see a situation where silver is down like 4, 5, 6%, that's part of the trade mechanisms that are very much normal. Given that this is a very big move, a pierce below is fine, but if it does come back down to 1570 with a change in trend on an intermediate term time frame, then so be it. I mean, that's where the expected price would be. And if this is a bull market, if this just continues to get going, well, then it'll do just that. Short term, we've established some levels of support here at 1688. We haven't tested it since early in the week. We've established over today support at this previous level of resistance in that of 1714 after it supported here at 1730, resisting it now. Overall, I guess you can say the sideways range is 16 high change up to 17, a little north of 17 and a half. So on those key levels, break resistance high. That uptrend you see in the daily time frame will most likely just continue these nice moves, and we'll be looking at testing like 18 high change, 19 area, even up to 19 and a half to this previous high in here. And then you're going to be talking in the 20s and all these numbers whenever, as it keeps going until it stops. And I mean, it's one of the ones where it could stop at 20, 22, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100. And when I talk about 30, 40, 50, 80, 100, like serious stuff has to happen. I don't even know about circuit breakers and stuff like that, but you get the idea. If this keeps on going like 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 days in a row, unlikely to happen, but still at the possibility. And then the support, if it breaks again, you'd be looking at going down lower. At first, you'd be like, okay, this is a big instant move, probably wouldn't go there. So if you look for different areas of where you might find some support, I mean, oftentimes you can be looking at areas where because it went straight up, you could find some support on the way down. So you could be looking at a Fibonacci move from this low to this high, which I can quickly calculate, but I want to see what the better low is though. Let's do this breakout low down here. So 1473. And I got to find my keyboard, so I'll just pause my tape. And put in 1473 now that I'm back, although it took you no time. Earlier today I did a video. It took me a few seconds to find it. And It's easier this way. So 1760 is a high. So high divided by low. Divide to the root of the exponent. Now I normally put decimals in, but this is automatically set to round to the nearest decimal. So it's pretty much the same as doing the decimal or not. Looking at the exponents of, well, 61.8, 76.4 for now. So 76.4 coming in at 1689, and then 1577. So there's 1689, which is already hit. That's no surprise. Actually, no, that was luck, I'm supposed to say. And therefore, the 1577 coinciding with this level of Fibonacci in here. It could be interesting if this thing does break the support. We could have a continuous, there could be a continuous straight move down to that. And that's again, if again it breaks it and there's not a failed breakdown. Because one interesting thing, if you do break it, you could have a situation, maybe you make a move down to like say 1650 or whatever, just a noticeable break below this low. And then within a decent amount of periods, not many, it comes back to the area where it came from and then even decently higher, maybe to 1720 soon, or then exactly then after that, which would show that failed breakdown. And always the same case for failed moves too, especially if you're in a rally. A good way to explain it now is this. If you have a spot, and this is for any market, of course, you have a resistance like this. If it breaks it, but only whatever, like say like 1786, and you get your quick return back to that range, and you're just having weakness with high resistance, 18 highs or whichever you're using, those are big indicators that that rally, that last move was a failed move, and a decent move in the opposite direction would take place. So just different key things like that, as I can see it, I might as well point out. Okay, so let's now go to the longer term chart. So I'm going to use the futures markets for that. And we'll go to the weekly next after we've already done the daily. And we talk about the failed move. This is pretty much it right here. And it's reacting to that fast move to the upside right now. So we put in our support. I want to hit as many key areas. Right then I can see I got 1, 2, and even I can go like this for that matter. And now I got this hit, these 2 hits. I got at least 2 here. And when I move back, I can see I got, I don't know the legitimacy of this move, but either way, if it is, it's legitimate, I suppose. But yeah, this has been monstrous support. And it has been for how long? Oh, since, I should know the legitimacy of this move then. Yeah, it would be real. Actually, that's a long time ago. Don't remember that. Anyway, 2014. This has been a range of well more, or noticeably more than a half a decade. There's support, resistance, of course, on the way up. Well, let's just look at key points. I'm pretty much doing the same thing. Now, this gives us a double layer, or whatever. I don't know what name you used to. And that's interesting. I'll give a name. Because a thing like something like backgammon, for example, if I were to go to any type of community where backgammon players are playing, I probably know a lot of the same stuff that they know. But I probably use the vocabulary totally different because I've never ever been in that community. I've never ever read any books or any articles on it. I just figured out how to play and kept getting better. So then I made my own terms. And a lot of the stuff I do here is just not, well, to a degree. I mean, I have watched other videos and read more stuff on this, but even not as much as one may think, but a couple books and a few videos here and there. And I've watched a lot of Brian Shannon videos back in the day, who is Alpha Trends, and this is probably a big reason why I'm doing this. Anyway, back to this information. So upper end of the range this has gotten to. You see that failed breakdown situation of that move, how it's able to rebound it so quick and then just not only get back to where it came from. I mean, this is that key resistance point at like high $16 area, which didn't resist. That's big. That tells me a lot. And in that, it's basically saying, okay, this, I mean, yeah, we could be, without knowing any fundamentals, yep, we could be staying in this range. We're at the upper end, and it's a sell time, and then we're just looking to buy back as it gets below 15 or in the 15 area. And I also know anytime a big range market breaks, either key support or resistance, watch out. I recently did a video on theta stating that if it breaks big, it could go big, and so be it. It has. Another way of putting this is getting out above this range of resistance. The double layer that I'm talking about is resistance at like 21 change. Meaning if you get above this, I'll be looking for intermediate resistance at that level, high 20s, low 21. Yeah, but getting above, like in around the 22, 20, noticeably above 22 to 23, like 22 and a half to me looks very clear. So breaking 22 and a half would be, I know it does coincide with this resistance, but it's to me it's a clear break here on this longer term level that I see this big support at 26 low change. That would be a big intermediate level would see on the long term or on daily charts and weekly charts if it's a key leg, because on a key break I don't want, well, I'm not gonna say I don't want, but I'm looking for the moves. Are they A, too small, too big, or just right? And a break of this resistance, I'd say move up here and like the 26, 27, 28 range would be about a just right move, because if it only goes up to like say 24, that's like nothing. And I would consider that area bad sell points in that, unless you're going really short term or you got different type of partition management of your allocation. But the reason why I say that is because 24, well, it's probably going to go up to 26, 27. So why not just wait? Most likely it would be a very short term amount and get a little bit better of a deal. And then when you get there, it's that situation. I mean, especially now, it's going to be interesting if what happens, because when we look at this longer term, this is okay, the monthly move. We've had the higher low from this. And there's a lot here that says I can go either way. Maybe we go to 26, bounce back, and then go to 26 again. Maybe we go to 26 and then go back. Next key level is 50. And then when we zoom in on the quarterly term, getting it above here, you start to see a break above the 18 average of highs. That's like 21 high change. Then the next key target pretty much is this double hit high would be the third time hit. More often you hit support resistance, more likely it is that it is taken out. Alrighty, let's finish this off within this. Let me just fix the centering of the screen so it looks full. Hopefully it looks fine. I want to get as much in of it. So we have the prices on the top. They're going with silver at 17.43. So they're using the spot price, not the futures price. So if you look on this, we got best sellers gold, but let's just see what we got here. We got 1 ounce silver round buffalo as low as $20.72, which means that would be about $3 and change over spot. That's about 20%. Keyword is as low. And also it says now accepting Bitcoin on the top before. I was just noticing that. But you have to buy a lot to get it. As we can see here, it's another for Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, checking wire is the cheapest. Interesting how that's more expensive than this. Maybe they're paying fees for someone to sell it in the market for them. So and that's why credit card PayPal is so much, because the fees they have to charge. Anyway, with that being said, 1 to 19 is 21.80, and 500 is 20.80. So it's another $1 more. So if you're buying in this type of level, we're looking at 17.50 they got as a price. That's a differential of 4 on this one. That's 25%. It's actually pretty low compared to where a lot of it has been. I mean, they got this chart. The chart that I would be looking for is one for the average percentage price they are selling above a spot. So like Maples, Eagles, whichever brand you're looking at, some sort of average of the whole lot, then you'd probably see some interesting stuff, because this these extra higher prices have been going on for quite some time now. Okay, so let's go back to this and go through some of the other prices on here. So what did I? So we got we got U.S. silver mint coins, clearance items, Royal Canadian Mint, silver rounds, silver bars, other popular series. Let's do silver coins. And let's do, I only want to do probably one. Let's go with the Royal Canadian Maple Leaf, since I'm in Canada. I got a picture of a maple leaf on my channel logo and I have for a long time. And we will see what some of the prices are. So as low as 20, hey, they gave you a discount. Well, as low as 24.5 on a 2020. We see a differential here of, let's exactly $7. 850 would be 50%, because 17 is 10, half of that is 850. So it's around 40% of a differential. But I want to go to what I've already seen on here, and that is basically shortages. And let's go to the bars where I was looking. I was looking at 10-ounce bars yesterday, which had a good example. Not only shortages, but not even having much available, which I guess is the same as shortages. And we're going to take a look at by size, silver by weight. They have some interesting weights on here too. 1 ounce bars, 4 ounce. There's an interesting one there. 5 ounce. That's somewhat uncommon, but common on the non-1s and 10s and so on. 100s and 1 kilos. 1/4 kilo. 8.0385 ounces. I love that. 10 ounces, the common one. Half kilo. 25 ounce. 1 kilo. 50 ounce. 100 ounce. 5 kilos. 1,000 plus or minus. So let's go to 10 ounce silver bars. Top pick, as low as $200, but you need to buy 210 if you're not buying a lot, so it's 210. And when we do the increase again on 17.5, that's 2.5 to get to the top of the dollar, and then another one, so that's 3.5. Well, that's over 20%. And that's basically, I think, what they give you, secondary market, whatever they decide to give you. Probably get used stuff, tarnished, but you're going to get 10 ounces of 999 silver bar. That's the guarantee. I presume that is. And then they'll give you their own bar for the same price, basically, as well. But then as we go lower, we got this alert me. Well, this alert me tells me that they're sold out of that kind, which is what you're going to get a lot of on here. There's 3 of them sold out right here. 3 of them. I was going to say I've got a Johnson Matthey bar right below, but it might have. This is what I seen last night. Maybe this was the one. Maybe it wasn't. It was $250. It was $50 more, or 25% more than what this was. I thought, did they just? Oh my goodness! Yeah. Wow. Well, this one was $250. So there we are. There's another one here. Another Johnson bar. This one's $275 plain back. Yep. So yeah, this one here was available yesterday. Wow, isn't that interesting? Well, I guess there might be a little bit of demand, but I'm really curious now to that 1,000 plus minus what they have. And I might as well take a look at the 1 ounce because they're awesome, and they got so 1,000 ounces out of stock. Sale 950.4 ounces. That would be about $20 an ounce. So here you're paying 15% premium on not a 100 ounce bar, but over 9.5, or pretty much 9.5 times that. That's crazy. I can understand why you get a bunch of weird weights, because you just pour it and you weigh what your pour was, I suppose. These are people trying to get 1,000 that never quite made it. But that's a decent amount off, being like 12 ounces off, 11 ounces. That's over 1%. Either way, it just goes to show you these guys made a lot of silver, these Ashy. Let's see, it's 1,000. I'm going to count just for something to do. 2,000, 3, 4. I mean, how many do they have? Any quantity? I mean, no, they only got one. It's an exact weight, of course. So one, that's each one. So they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 times 1,000. That's 21,000 ounces of silver. And in market terms, that's still got a decent ways to go to be worth $1 million. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye.